Please welcome AyanC. You good to go? Okay.
Okay, so for my Zenith, I did an experiment.
Well, introduce yourself, class, like that.
I'm AyanC, I'm a senior, I'm in film. Yeah. I did an experimental film. So I chose an experimental film because it's like my favorite style of film, I think. And I also wanted to improve my editing skills. I wanted to try and use the camera in like unique and different ways. It didn't go as planned. And then I also wanted musicians to score the film, but that didn't happen either because of conflicting schedules. But it's okay. The history of experimental films. So they emerged alongside cinema in the late 19th, early 20th century. Man Ray and Hans Richter, pioneers who experimented with non-narrative film forms, visual abstraction, avant-garde movements like Dadaism and Surrealism intertwined with experimental film, and an American experimental cinema flourished in the mid-20th century, which emphasized personal expression and abstract. My production phase is something simple. At the beginning, I storyboarded. I sketched all the shots and the general looks, and then I gathered actors, musicians, then I had filming, production, and then I edited after. I don't know why, I think when I exported it into Google Drive, the quality changed or something, because I use like external apps, but it's not full quality. Of the Premiere file, just to show them behind the scenes. So this meaning of the film, I wanted it to be about creativity and creative/writer's block. I think that's pretty straightforward. Writer's block, like when people can't think, or they're like stuck and they have no creativity left in the body. As it said, that's scenes. And then the color grading effects and music's supposed to bring out the emotions like to the fullest. This is my reflection. So, each category, pre-production, I should have planned out the full project instead of only storyboarding, because I realized as I went through that there's like too many elements and I started getting stressed. So I only had like sketches of cards just to begin with. What am I supposed to do? I just should have planned it out fully. The production phase, I procrastinated. The shots weren't organized enough because I didn't like fully plan out. I only had storyboards. And then I ended up not having enough footage. As seen in like the film, there's no like real ending. Maybe you can interpret that as an ending. And post-production, since I didn't have enough full like shots, blah blah blah, I stressed at the end and like I went through it fast paced. And there could have been more edits, cleaner edits. Also could have exported it and like, made sure it was fullest quality. But overall, now I know what I can improve on and use my creativity to the fullest. Thank you.
You got Q&As. Go stand on your.
So is the music like original music? Oh,
Well, some like the static effects I made by myself.
okay, yeah, I thought you mentioned about musicians.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Were there any like specific songs that inspired you for this?
There's one called 964 Pinocchio. I don't recommend like watching it. It's like it's so weird. It's so weird. But yeah, 964 Pinocchio. See it?
If you could get musicians in to record, what kind of music would you have them perform?
I would have had like distorted, chaotic music, kind of like very contrasting between when the film was like happy and then when it switched to chaotic. It would be even more chaotic music.
What was the hardest part of the animating process?
The effects, like I had to like watch tutorials and everything. I had to use external apps to use the effects because I'm not that advanced.
I have two questions. So first of all, what other apps did you use, and also how did you get that glitch effect?
Which noise or effect?
The effect was kind of like glitching like in the video.
That I use CapCut. The glitch effect specifically I use CapCut because I couldn't find another glitch effect. And then I use After Effects, and there's this app called Photo Loop on my phone. And you have to pay for it, but yeah.
If you had more time, like what other shots would you have wanted to get?
I would have like more complete film where it's not only two similar locations. I would have had multiple locations. I would have had more close-up like emotional shots where you can see the emotion in the face. Yeah, like more of a concluding story.
Wait, what would be the conclusion of the film?
The character like gets out of the block. Cause it kind of ended like he was still like stressing, but yeah, I would prefer if there was like happy ending, I guess, and like coming out of the block.
I think there was like another actor I saw in there. Was that supposed to be like an embroidery or something? Like someone wearing different colored shirt.
Oh yeah, no, so that yeah, it's the same actor, but like represents two different like, white versus black.
All right. Thank you very much.